really happening right now in the crypto market, and of course Bitcoin has hit at least to 72 to 73K. Okay, and then after that we have a rejection. Okay, another rejection again, and right now BTC is currently back below 70,000. Okay, currently hovering somewhere around 68.9. And the question is the 80,000 level is still in play, right? So we can see what is really happening and what on the technical side. Is it giving BTC an edge to continue to rally or to continue to hit a new all-time high? Okay, so right now we can see, right, BTC have erased gains, right, wipe out price gains from Monday, which is April 8th, which is last 2 days. Okay, so here we can see, okay, over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has plummeted about 6%. Okay, so it touched about 72.7 and went to a low of 68.2. Okay, effectively wiping out gains recorded on Monday. Okay, all right, so overall we can see that the market is already at the peak. Okay, and usually before the halving or a few days or 1 week before the halving, might see a sell-off. Okay, might see a sell-off there for BTC. Okay, and of course the crypto market, there could be a sell the news event, okay, rather than the market continue to rally. So this is already expected, okay, for the market to have a pullback or correction. Okay, so BTC went down because what? People realized that ETF flows have dried up, precisely as we predicted 3 weeks ago. This is by 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝘀, right? Daily Coin. Okay, all right. So overall, we can see even Grayscale BTC continue to sell off their GBTC shares. Okay, and you can see that GBTC experienced about 303 million and 155 million inflows on Monday. Okay, so this is the pace that they are actually selling. And despite the slowing interest in spot ETF, 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀𝑀's view that Bitcoin will surge to 80,000, right, has not changed. Okay, I think 80,000 is still very realistically to hit. Okay, we are about 10K plus to hit that. Okay, so maybe after halving, who knows, right? So I would expect most likely BTC to have a correction, a much deeper or proper correction, rather than hitting all the way to 80K right now. Okay, and then what's more with the halving, which is next week, which is another 10 more days to go. Okay, so yeah, overall this is the market sentiment. Okay, right, and of course a correction is much needed. Okay, I think we have been overbought level and already at the extreme grade for many weeks, and since last year October we've been rallying till now. There is no red candle at the moment. Okay, so this is the first article. Okay, then moving on next, I can see yet again, I've already mentioned, okay, why I'm not a fan of Solana. Again, why I've not recommended anyone to purchase or to hold Solana even for the last accumulation zone since last year as well. Okay, it's due to this network congestion. Okay, so this network congestion has been around. This is not the first time. Okay, so even now you try to swap or you try to transfer, you're not able to do that, right? You have to click multiple times, like 4 to 5 times to swap in Jupiter, or to even send your tokens from other wallet to another wallet. Okay, so what happened now, you can see is that the Solana validator, right now they are doing what? Pass timely vote credits to speed up the transaction. Okay, you can see how many validators need to have a vote in order to speed up the transaction. So Solana here, you can say that they are preaching about they are decentralized. Okay, they are able to scale. Okay, they are one of the fastest TPS, okay, transaction per second. And then now you can see how many times we have network failure, network outage. Okay, and then here we have network congestion. Yet again, you still rely on validators to vote in order to speed up the transaction. So these are the sentiment right now, the news, right? 98% have voted from validators. So Solana validators have voted in a proposal aimed at decreasing the latency of consensus vote, okay, which most likely to speed up the network. But how long can this thing last? So again, because this is not the first time that Solana has been facing this issue. I think many times. The last one was network outage. I think for about 24 to 48 hours, not mistaken. Okay, and then right now with this issue again, network congestion. Okay, this actually brings the retails to flock to other network. Okay, so you can see the reason later on when we're going to focus on another layer 2 under Ethereum, where have much more better prospect compared to Solana. Okay, maybe you might want to join in as well to take advantage of this opportunity. Okay, so we can see here, this is the current voting percentage under due network. Okay, so 98.4% have voted yes to speed up the transaction. So Solana NAPs, right, up till now, the validator are given a flat one vote credit whenever they submit the consensus vote. Okay, so these validators will play an important part. Okay, where they have to cooperate, whether they want to sacrifice their whatever mining or whatever node that they are currently working on, right? Where we will speed up the transaction for the near short term so that this network or this transaction can go through. Okay, so over time, you can see validators have found they can maximize earnings by delaying their votes, just long enough to ensure they are voting the correct form and no penalty. Okay, so this encourage intentional lagging. Okay, because delaying a vote for any slots decrease the number of credits the vote. Okay, so this is the disadvantage here. Okay, so what is the incentive for validators to vote early? Okay, so validators has to vote on the winning fork to get rewards. So why don't the validators wait for many slots? Okay, all right, so the earlier the better. So that's why you can see the voting have speed up to 98.4%, which I think most likely to get approved. Okay, then here you can see Austin Federal. Okay, the timely vote credit Solana governance proposal passed with 53% of stake voting, with 98% in favor of the motion. So it's most likely to get approved. Okay, so these are the current news from Solana side. Okay, so meanwhile, Solana has been battling a string of failed transactions, which has been blamed on implementation of bug from QUIC. Okay, so this is the sentiment right now. Okay, that is in the market for Solana. It has been very slow, and of course, right now I think people are getting fed up with the network congestion, and they are planning to move to another network. Okay, so this brings me to the next one, which is why most of the users from Solana are moving into Coinbase, or also known as network called Base Layer 2. Okay, so why Base is important and why you need to venture into this network, because you can see Coinbase right now have hit a total of 2 billion total value locked. Okay, why? It's because of meme coins. Okay, retails are here to only go for one thing, which is meme coins. They are only interested in meme coins. Other than that, they're not interested. They're not interested in technology. They're not interested in buying and holding whatever good fundamental coins. They are here to make life-changing wealth or strike a lottery. That is the whole reason why you can see many exchanges are onboarding meme coins. Okay, they are onboarding meme coins so that they are driving the retail. They are inviting the retail interest to push their TVL. So the more retail comes, the TVL gets higher and higher. And that's where you get your traction. Okay, so yeah, you can see here, base network, okay, surge due to increased demand. Okay, and then here you can see Coinbase also have achieved 2 billion TVL. Why? Because meme market. Okay, so such as what? Loki, Moneda, and other meme coins as well. There is base network. Okay, they're actually driving the market for the layer 2s. Okay, so what we can see right now is Coinbase decentralized layer 2 blockchain, right? Initiative aimed at reducing Ethereum transaction fees. So this is really, really cheap, right? If you're using Coinbase, or sorry, not Coinbase, it's actually a base layer 2, right? If you use other networks like Optimism, Arbitrum, okay, so Base is also one of them under the layer 2 network for Ethereum. Okay, so after the EIP 4844, which is the Denkun upgrade, okay, so the base gas fee is not even causing you 1 cent at all. It's like 0.001, totally gasless, or say base. The gas fee is totally base. Okay, so yeah, you can see here, TBR has sharply risen, hitting about 2B. Okay, this week. So more and more, I think more and more retail will definitely flock into base network because of Solana. So Solana is actually a victim of success. Why? Because Solana so much of hype, so much of narrative. But because of their network congested, that's where the retailers getting fed up and they move on to Coinbase, drive back the TVL. Okay, and of course the gas fee is super cheap. That is the main key here for the base network. Okay, so yeah, this is a thing that you need to take note as well, and why you need to move to base, right? Not because of meme coins, but because of the layer 2. okay, where Base could have more potential, or I would say not only the TVL, but I believe they could be able to thrive against optimism and arbitrum, and they could be the next in line, and they could be the first in line for the layer 2 solution for Ethereum. Okay, so yeah, all in all, we can see these are all that they are flocking into Base, but later on we will move more into memes later under the Base network. Okay, so this is Base network for you, and this is what you need to know. Then moving on next to more on Base. So today's session is more towards Base network. So for those of you who are here, you can able to learn, right? Just need to prepare your MetaMask. Okay, your MetaMask will do, because this is more towards the Ethereum side. So what we can see here on Solana and of course Base, what is the difference here? And why people are actually flocking from Solana to Base. So here we can see this article here from Twitter. Right, Solana grapples with repeated network shutdowns and failed transaction. Right, the blockchain committee eyes a promising alternative in the form of Base chain, right, which is Base layer 2. Okay, so with this robust infrastructure and focus on reliability, Base chain emerges as a beacon for users and developers seeking a stable, decentralized platform. Right, so right now what we can see is that many retailers are actually looking for a solution after the Solana network outage. Okay, so you can see that Coinbase or Base network have really lived up to our expectation. Okay, so we can see here, right? Potentially, right? So here, over 150 million users, potentially marking a significant migration away from Solana towards a more dependable blockchain experience. So this is the thing here. Why Solana retail traders are actually moving away from Solana? 150 million users, you can imagine that, moving into Base. And this could actually drive up TVL for Base. On top of that, Ethereum also will get a bigger traction for this as well. Okay, so here, all right, so we believe being positioned at Base network is a better play. Why? You can see here what's happening in this article, in this graph here. So you can see Solana more than Base. This is about how many here? 35B. Okay, 35B total transaction. Okay, and then if you look here, right? So you can see right now what is happening. Base is actually behind Solana now in terms of TVL, right? In terms of activity, right? Why? Is because Solana, 150 million users are already moving to Base. That's why you can see Base now is above Arbitrum, it's above optimism. So you can see here who is actually leading right now on the layer 2, on the layer 2 Warfield. Base network is actually taking the lead for Ethereum, representing the L2 now, right? So not only the gas fee is cheap, super that cheap, okay, but look at the function. Okay, if you look at the ecosystem of Base network, okay, you can see more and more retails, especially the meme coin traders, are actually moving into Base right now from Solana to Base. That is the key take note here. Why you should be into Base right now. Okay, so moving on more, we can see here, if you look at the gas for Base network, okay, right, you can see gas plus transaction capacity went up, which is a blue line. So you can see here. Look at the gas fee. Okay, if you look here, this is the purple line. Okay, this is the average Base gas use. Okay, and if you look at this is a representing blue line. That means gas plus transaction capacity went up. Okay, right? So usually the peak will happen somewhere around 12 noon to 6, 12 to 6, somewhere between 12 to 6. That's where the peak, or we can say that was the most busiest time, which is the US time. Okay, and if you look at somewhere after 6, okay, so after 6 is where Asia time is. You can see that the network activity or the gas activity starts to decline. That's where our advantage is, which is the Asia time zone. Okay, because we are actually 12 hours different. So you can see the Base gas activity is very low. Okay, when it's during the Asia session time. Okay, so you can see Base fees went away down, which is the yellow line. Right, so you can see this is the one. Okay, so this is super duper cheap. Okay, yeah, it doesn't even cost you 1 cent to do a transfer or to do a swap now. It's super cheap. You look at the grade, okay, for Ethereum. All right, so this is how reliable for Base network. right after the Dankun update. And don't forget that for Base Network, they are yet to launch their token as well. So the more you transact on Base, you have a higher chance to qualify for the airdrop as well. Okay, so maybe you might want to look into Base Network. Okay, so yeah, this is the one. And then more and more Base, you can see here. This is the 3 million transactions. Okay, so here, okay, we are looking at the total transactions on Base. How much Base can able to hook or to transact. So we are looking at about 3 million transactions, which is 34 transactions per second they are taking at. 1 second, they are taking about 34 transactions. So you can imagine how much Base is actually taking at a high speed. Okay, and this is the analytics, total transactions, okay, for Base Network alone. Okay, so yeah, this is the network, Base Network. You can see what is really happening. Okay, and then more and more here you can see, right? So this is meme coins, but I don't want to go into meme coins right now. Let's move on into the ecosystem of Base, so we can able to look into TrustGo. So TrustGo is actually a website where you can able to check your score, your address score. How well are you doing on the Base network or on other network as well, like Linear, Scroll, Manta. Okay, so example for today, we are looking into Base. So example, now you paste your address here, right? And then you search. So this example, this is the address. Okay, this is my score. Okay, how long have you been transacting on Base? Very, very important. This is your age, your wallet age. Okay, and then of course you can see what is your ranking among other Base users or other farmers that are actually farming this Base network. So I'm currently ranked about 10,325 out of 8 million. Okay, so my percentage is in the 1%. Okay, but in terms of total transaction, total number of addresses by total interactions of all the protocols, I'm at top 6. Okay, and this is my total volume of 15,000 at the moment. Okay, so if we look into this TrustGo or Trustar Lab, right, it actually give you a guideline on what protocol that you need to interact with. So this is very important. So you can see all these are logged. You can see here, which means you need to interact. Right? We have friend.tag, we have Uniswap, Stargate. So all these you have to interact. Okay, so Aerodrome is a DEX, okay, a DeFi DEX for Base. Then we have Base Bridge as well. Then we have Base Swap. There are so many you can see. Under the DeFi, you can see Base Swap. Okay, we have Aerodrome. Okay, and then we have Base Bridge as well. So if you are first time using Base Network, you might want to use the Base Bridge, the original Base Bridge. Why? It's because that if you want to qualify for the airdrop, you might want to bridge for the very first time through the original bridge. And in order for you to bridge that, you need to use from the Ethereum mainnet. Okay, from the Ethereum mainnet. Because you need to do it once, okay, in order for you to qualify. Because that's what they are taking note. Because if you don't bridge from the mainnet, from Ethereum, then definitely you're not serious. Okay, so all this you have to take into account. So in order for you to bridge, you need to connect a wallet, right? Connect wallet, then you can click deposit. Okay, so example 0.01, but advisable if you can deposit at least minimum 200, okay, 2 to 500, at least use the bridge one time, because the fee is quite cheap actually. So deposit ETH on your mainnet. Okay, make sure it's from the Ethereum mainnet, so you can see here. Okay, the gas is $18, so you click continue. Okay, so we can see under Rabbi, right? You can see how much is the fees they're going to charge me later on. Okay, so the fee is how much? Okay, so I'm sending about 34.64, and the gas fee is about 6.52. Okay, from Ethereum mainnet to Base network. Okay, so you just need to do only once, but I've already done it before, but I'm just showing you. This is the example. Okay, this is the example. Okay, so this is Base Bridge. This is the main bridge that you need to do. And then, of course, moving on next, you can see this is Aerodrome. So Aerodrome is actually a DEX, a decentralized, similar like Uniswap. Okay, so you're able to connect your wallet, browser wallet. Okay, so connect. Okay, so now you want to swap, right? So you can start swapping if you want. Okay, so Base network. Okay, so I got 19 USDC here. So you can swap. Okay, I can swap for this token called Degen. Okay, there's so many other tokens you can swap also. Okay, there are all kinds of coins here also. I think there are a lot of meme coins as well. On top also they have so many So many contracts, you don't even know which one it is. Okay, so they got TH, so you can swap, right? So maybe $5 like this. Okay, so yeah, this is the DEX for Coinbase for Base Network. Okay, then you look at Base Swap also, similar, Connect Wallet. Okay. All right, then you can start swapping. So this is how you're able to build volume for Coinbase, Base Network. Okay, so Coinbase is totally different. Okay, Coinbase is a DEX, is a centralized exchange. What we are doing right now is actually a DeFi, decentralized finance, or DEX, or decentralized exchange. Okay, so you can able to do swap. Okay, and then of course take note, you need to check your score on 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀. Okay, you can also do this. You can also go to 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀. Okay, you can able to check your score. Okay, just to make sure. Right, so you go to 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀.xyz, select base, and then you can see. Okay, what protocol I need to hit? What is it that I need to achieve from this? Okay, so for those of you who want to focus on airdrops, right, like Coinbase or Base Network, right, so you can able to look into this, right? So 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀, very, very important. So you got to check, like how long, right? How consistent or how many transactions that you did for Base. Okay, so here, right, you can see, right? So this is the volume transacted, about 52,000 of Ethereum. Okay, so for airdrops for Ethereum, you need to hit a minimum of $10,000, $10,000 value. Okay, that's the minimum requirement to qualify for this type of layer 2 airdrops. Okay, and then of course you're looking at the total amount of transaction. You need to hit a minimum of 100 transaction. Okay, 100 transaction, contract interactions. Not only one interaction, not only one protocol, but you need to hit at least minimum 5. So that's the reason why I'm saying you need to go to TrustGo, TrustStarNet, you go and check which are the protocol that I need to hit. So we have Aerodrome Base, we have Base Swap. Look at that, we have Swap Base, we have Alien Base as well. All these are protocols that you need to interact under the Base network. Okay, so this is a key guideline for you guys to do it. Okay, and then try to increase your rank as well. So the longer the age of the wallet, then the higher chance of it to increase your media score. That is the key here. And then your engagement also, very, very important. Okay, so all this will take into account. Okay, and then this is the reward. How are they going to reward you? Is based on the Arbitrum simulation. This is from the previous Arbitrum airdrop criteria. Okay, so you need to hit a minimum of 100 transactions. Okay, 100 times you need to do it, and then conduct transaction more than $10,000 value. Okay, worth of Ethereum. Okay, and then if deposit, if you can, right, you can deposit, okay, accumulatively, at least a minimum of 10,000. Okay, so you don't have to deposit one lump sum 10K. So let's say like today you can be able to deposit 200, then the next week maybe 1,000. So you will start to accumulate. Okay, so you accumulate based on Ethereum value. Okay, so that's how it works, right? Okay, so I think this is a very good point for you guys to start a Base network. Okay, because they are still yet to airdrop their token. Okay, I think it's still a long way to go, and I don't think it's not too late to start. Okay, you can start even now. Okay, you don't have to wait until the gas fee goes low. Even the gray now is even still cheap, I think. What's the gray price now? 4. Okay, so this is only 30 gray. Okay, but it doesn't really affect much for Base network. Okay, Base network is super duper cheap. Okay, it's super duper cheap. So this is how much here. Okay. All right. So example here, $19, $10. How much are they going to charge me here? Ethereum. So confirm swap. So it's about 6 cents. But if you confirm and sign, I don't think it's even worth 6 cents at all. I think it's only like 0.001. Okay, so this is just a simulation from BYBIT. Okay, so all these are DEX protocol that you need to focus. Okay, so then moving on next, so you can see here. Okay, so this is the meme coin, right? So what's really happening in Base community? Okay, so this is the current market right now that retails are actually trading. Okay, so right now we can see these are the current hot dog meme coins at the moment. Okay, so we have like what Benji. Okay, we have Benny Dog and then Butch. Okay, so not sure whether they have or not on this network here. So we can able to go here, Benji, right? So you go to base under bird eye. Okay, and then we look for Benji. Is there any Benji here? Right, base Benji, I think it could be this one, 7.2 million, right? Okay, so this is the contract address. Okay, you can see here, address here. Okay, right, so yeah, so this is the one. So what's the market right now? All-time high is how much? 7 cent. Now it's at 5 cent. Okay, so the support was at where? 0.013. Okay, so where to buy? That's the most important thing. How to check also, right? So yeah, this is what dolphin, right? So that's a place where you can able to look for this one. So if you are not sure where to get these style tokens, so you can always go to CoinGecko, right? You can able to check. Okay, this is Benji. Base Benji is the one. Okay. Market Uniswap base. So you need to go to Uniswap in order for you to do it. So you go here, Uniswap V3. Okay. Then you just need to connect wallet. So okay. Then from here, okay, you just need to paste the contract address. Ethereum. So you need to change to Coinbase. Very important. Switch network. There, understand. There you go. So we have base Benji here. Okay. Then up to you. You want to swap with USDC or you want to swap with Ethereum. That's entirely up to you. Right. So Ethereum I got how much here? 0.01. Not much. Right. So yeah, here like example. One Benji is how much now? 5 cents at the moment. It's about 5 cents. Okay, so yeah, this is how you actually buy meme coins from this. Yeah, and then of course we have others as well, like Benny, we have Dog, we have Butch, so many you can see here. So this is how to do it, right? Butch. Okay, so under base, so you have to do this market. Okay, under sushi swap this time. So you have to go like this. Okay, contract address is what here, there, under base also. Sushi swap. So all these are protocols, network protocols under base. You really need to switch for base. Okay. Then connect wallet. Okay. Okay, and then Butch. And there you go. You already have your contract address space, and then you can just swap. Okay, so about $3 here, USDC. Yeah. So one Butch is how much here? Exceed balance. Okay, so it's about 0.009. Correct? Yeah, about the same. Okay, so this is how you can able to trade meme coins on base network. Okay. If you do not know, always go to CoinGecko, type in the name of the token, and then you can start searching. Then you have your contract address. Okay, so this is how you can able to track and able to trade through DeFi, through decentralized exchange. Okay, so I think this is a very good tutorial, and hope you guys can able to start learning about base network. Okay, so more and more updates, more and more crypto education, I will update you guys on every session. Okay, every Wednesday night. If there's a chance, then yeah. So if you have any issues, any question, feel free to DM me and I will assist you on this. So guys, I think that's all I have for tonight. Is there any other question before we wrap up? Okay, I think it's a very good session. This is how you can able to trade in base network. Okay, this is how you can able to do. base. Okay, this is how you can able to start trading. Okay, so this is 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀, so you can able to learn. Okay, and then all of these are here. So everything is here now. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so what any question? Let's see. What is okay? Okay, so yeah, this is the website called BIRD-Eye. Okay, so you can able to learn as well. Okay, so you can able to check what type of meme coin that is happening on base as well. All right. Okay, guys. So I think that's all I have for tonight.